A binding is an energetic, spiritual, or psychological restriction placed on an individual, a lineage, or soul group to keep them in a loop, repeating the same traumas, beliefs, and limitations across time. It acts like an individual contract. Most people don't even know they're bound because binding lives in the unconscious. It gets passed down through inherited pain, unspoken family trauma, cultural beliefs, religious programming, and energetic interference. It can also be embedded through personal vows made in moments of fear or heartbreak, like, I'll never trust again, or I don't deserve love. Bindings are reinforced every time you accept something that isn't true to your soul, every time you silence your intuition, and every time you carry someone else's shame or suffering as your own. They often begin in moments of crisis, manipulation, or deceptions, times when the soul was pressured into agreement. Some go back thousands of years in cycles of colonization, spiritual warfare, and soul fragmentation. Entire bloodlines were bound through rituals, conquests, and lies. These bindings were designed to disconnect people from their true essence, especially those who carry ancient gifts, earth wisdom, and access to spiritual technologies. Binding is not a metaphor. It is a system of control, and it directly connects to the false reincarnation and soul looping. When a soul is bound, it does not move freely after death. It is often pulled back into the same karmic structure, repeating the same patterns in different lifetimes. This is not evolution. It is spiritual captivity. And this is how the control is maintained, by keeping souls bound through belief, fear, and trauma. As long as a person never questions where their pain comes from or why their family keeps repeating the same story, the system stays intact. Dark forces depend on these bindings to sustain their power. They don't need to physically enslave a population if they can spiritually bind them. These forces harvest energy from the unhealed, drawing power from guilt, grief, confusion, and spiritual disconnection. And they especially target those with indigenous roots, earth memory, healing gifts, and bloodlines that carry ancient skills. By binding these people, they can suppress access to natural wisdom, silent ancestral communication, and redirect power into the system. In many cases, bones, names, and rituals from the bloodlines have been used in reverse, stolen, co-opted, and weaponized. But once you recognize a binding, it can no longer hide. This is Revelations, not to scare you, but to set you free. To break the binding, you must look at your shadow. You must examine what you inherited, what you believe without question, or what parts of yourself you silence to survive. Then you reclaim your authority. You speak clearly. I revoke all unconscious agreements across all timelines and lineages that were made in fear, trauma, or manipulation. I return all energy that is not mine. I reclaim my soul, my gifts, and my path. The power structure only works if you stay asleep. Once you awaken, the architecture begins to collapse. You're not here to repeat history. You are here to break the cycle. You are not here to be bound. You are here to be free. This is Makalesi. Thanks for listening. Peace.